What is up, car addicts? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles never got the chance to, because I just started making car customization videos to about late 2015. As always, guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Progen Itali GTB, the regular one. Now, we did customize the Benny's custom variant about a month ago. However, a lot of you guys wanted to see the regular one customized without the wide body. So this car came out with the import-export update and released in January of 2017 during an event week, and it can be purchased from the Benny's website for just under $1.2 million, so a bit pricey of a car, but it's in the supercar class, so I guess it's not that terrible compared to other cars in terms of pricing. Now, the Itali GTB name was first introduced in the original GTA. However, that one seemed to be based on a Ferrari, while the one in GTA 5 is not. Now, in terms of performance, the Itali GTB is, again, in the supercar class and is around mid-pack in that class, plus it's around a second per lap quicker than the custom variant for track performance, which is quite substantial. So for those of you who don't know, the GTB custom is faster in a straight line with slightly better acceleration and top speed. However, the regular GTB does handle better, which results in better lap times, but regardless, they're both not that competitive in the class anyway, so I think it's just better to customize the variant that you like more. But anyways, in terms of what the Itali GTB is based on, it's primarily based on the McLaren 570s mixed with the Trion Nemesis. A very strange combination there, but I still think it's a pretty good looking car. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the regular Itali GTB. Alright, GTB. Okay, so again, the Benny's upgrade, which we're not going to do. We already did that in the other video about a month ago on the GTB custom. Again, this one is focusing on the regular GTB. So armor upgrade, brakes, bumpers. Now again, this car is mixed with the Trion Nemesis, so 570s mixed with Trion Nemesis. The build I want to go for this one is sort of like a 600 LT build, which is like the LT track version of the normal 570s, so that's the build I'm going to be going with as close as I can get. You got the stock bumper with tow hook, a race bumper with tow hook, a larger front splitter, but it gets rid of the sort of design with the splitter that goes into the grill, so it gets rid of that for these. So that's a bit unfortunate there, and that's sort of like a design characteristic I want to keep. So the closest to the 600 LT will actually be the stock, so that's the one we're going to keep there. I wish there was one that had little winglets on the edges like the real car, but all we got is the stock, so we'll do that. Rear bumper, so you got a primary camber diffuser, then you got the shoulder diffuser, the touring diffuser, and that's all the options there. So this is a tough one, honestly. I think the closest, because of the curvature it has, I mean, it's really tough to pick a good one here, but I think the camber diffuser will probably give us the closest look, I think, even though the camber diffuser also looks pretty good, but the winglet isn't that big. So I think we'll go with the secondary shouldered diffuser. Actually, no, the camber. What's the difference between this one and this one? Secondary. Oh, this one keeps the primary color on the edge. We don't want that, so we'll do secondary. We're gonna do our secondary black anyways. All right, so we'll do that there. Engine, exhaust. So the exhaust on the 600 LT comes out from the top, which is super sick. This one doesn't have that, but you do have some options that move it around a bit, so I'll give it some throttle here to get rid of the smoke. So you got the box exhaust, you got the one that puts it into the slots right above the license plate, titanium version of that. Then you got the twin titanium back in the stock position, it sticks out quite a bit. Then you got the angled one that looks terrible. And then you got needs more exhaust, which is like the stock and the chrome slotted one combined. So I mean, It's all that is exhaust. A little, that's a bit ridiculous there. So I think the closest would probably be the chrome triple slotted. We'll do that. Hood. For this one, you got the custom instep hood, black stripe. We got a bunch of different nice hood options here. You got vented, a bunch of different ones. I think the closest will probably be a custom instep hood, so we'll do that. Lights, definitely some xenons to get rid of that white yellowish look. Mirrors, you have custom carbon like boxed mirrors. I do want carbon mirrors, but that's straight off a race car. Like, that box just doesn't look good. It looks like it came off a race car, like a truck or something. It doesn't fit this that well. I would have liked to have seen the stock mirrors in carbon. That would have been perfection. I guess we'll just keep the stock there. Plate, we'll do a black background. I don't have like a McLaren or Trion or Nemesis plate, so we'll do the track plate there that I have. Alright, so for respray, for this one I want to do a color very similar to a color from McLaren called Chicane Effect Gray. It's sort of that flat gray color, at least that's the way it appears to be when you first look at it, but it actually does have a pearl to it when you look up close. So very unique color there within the shade. It looks more like that flat gray look like we're used to seeing from like the Audi Nardo gray and stuff like that. However, it's a bit lighter. It's a very unique and cool color, so that's kind of the color I want to go for on this car. So for this one, we're gonna go here to, oh, we're more pearlescent, my bad. I was like, why is it barely changing? We're gonna go here to the shadow silver, and you can see it does have that sort of bluish color. So we're gonna do that, and then pearlescent, when we go black, you can see that it just hides all that pearl, and the color looks very similar. However, it's still a bit dark, but when in direct sunlight, it does look a lot closer. Now again, this color does actually have like an orange pearl to it in direct sunlight when you look up close. So if we go here to the orange section, I'll show you here we got sunrise orange, and then we got regular orange and bright orange, even gold. You can see these colors are just way too overpowering, I think. It's just way too much, and in direct sunlight it's just gonna look way off. On the real car, it's very subtle, the orange. So we're gonna go here all the way to a color, and I'll show you the way the color looks here so you guys can see. This color is called Sienna Brown. You can see it's a brown, but it does have like a bit of orange in there. It's basically like an extremely dark orange-ish brown sort of color. So if we go back to our pearlescent, we're gonna go here to Sienna Brown, and look at that. It actually does give it that look. Need more sunlight. There you go. On the back hatch or trunk, whatever you want to call it, you can see it there in direct lighting. So that I think gets you really close to what it's supposed to be. And the fact that it's so subtle that you actually have to look for it, that's what you want. And I think that's absolutely perfect. So that's what we're gonna do there. Secondary color for this car is the roof, and then the rear diffuser area, which we don't want that to have any color on it. I do want that fin to be like black. So we'll do a carbon black, try to match it as best we can there. Chrome emblem goes on the doors, okay. Roof. So for this one, I mean, we don't want that Sienna Brown transferring to our roof, giving it that sort of orange look. So let me show you guys the options here. You got primary roof if you want to do that, carbon stripe roof, and you got the other way around with secondary, and then you have the whole carbon roof, which that's the one I'm gonna do. I think that looks fantastic. Do that there. Skirts, so you have low level skirt, primary color, secondary low level, carbon low level, then you got the GT skirt, the secondary, and then the carbon GT skirt. So the 600 LT does have a massive fin on the side. Obviously the one in GTA is very subtle, but I mean, I think it's a nice reference, so we'll do the carbon GT skirt there.
Do you need a drink?
Spoiler upgrade, you have tuner wing, custom body wing, secondary, carbon, exotic sharp, all the different wing variants here, larger ones too. To me, the closest is going to be the custom carbon body wing. I think that's probably the closest we're going to get, and it's even mounted sort of a similar place, so we'll do that. transmission, turbo, wheels. So for this one, the 600 LT has a nice twin 5-spoke wheel, and I think the closest to that happens to be my favorite wheel in game. Some people say I overuse it, but I still love this wheel. Plus, I am doing this build, like I said, so this happens to be the closest to the Mercy concaves. So do that there in black, and I think that's pretty much a perfect match. Well, I mean, at least an extremely close match. Skip all that. Windows, yeah, I guess we'll black them out there, even though it does hide our engine bay a bit. So you know what, we'll just do like a light smoke, and that's all the options there. Now I wish in here they would have given us like a trim color or something, or I don't know. I just wish we can paint the brake calipers of every single car in GTA. I don't see why not. Some cars do offer, a lot of the tuner DLC cars and some older cars as well, like the Verlier. But I just wish that we could actually, you know, paint the red calipers on every car, whatever color we want. I would have put them orange on this car. I think that would have looked absolutely fantastic. But anyways, that's everything there. Let's exit to ground. I think I pressed exit to garage by accident, my bad. Let's give it some throttle here. There we go. See how it looks? Oh man, yeah, that color came out fantastic. Wow. I am very, very, very happy with this. That bluish gray color, and then you got the pearl on there that kind of transfers over. Very subtle. It looks fantastic. And in the shade, go in the shade here, you can see it kind of hides it a lot. That's, wow. That is, I am beyond happy with the way this color turned out. That's very impressive. Wow, wow, wow. That turned out really nice. Alright, first person here. Looks fantastic. You can see the primary color transfers to the interior stitching. Has the interior of like the OG Comet, which I guess is okay, not the best. But that's that there. This car is all-wheel drive, so floor it. Very smooth. Wow, very, very fast, to say the least. Jesus. Oh, it is in the supercar class, and it's around mid-pack sorta, so I guess it should be this fast. But wow, this is extremely quick. Hard on the brakes. Wow, 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 wow. This this is very, very fast. Yeah, it handles nicely. Acceleration's great. Coming out of a corner here, floor it. Hard left here. Let's see how it does with these bumps. Bit of understeer, but not much. Got a loose stay with the curb I went over. Does not like the curbs. Turn. There you go. Let's see how it does on this high speed. Ooh, lost the back end there. Let's go through here. Let's brake hard here, take this left, and see how it does with the understeer. Not bad, not bad. See the color in the shade here? Look at that. It looks so, so good. And then we go back into direct sunlight to see the instant transformation. Boom. Look at that. Very, very nice. Yeah, I'm extremely happy with the way this color turned out. I mean, keeping in mind that we didn't use any special hex colors or any modded colors or crew colors or metals or any of that stuff, I think this turned out very, very nice, all things considering. The best we can do with what we have in game, so very happy with that. Alright, vehicle doors. Let's open everything up here. Let's go all. At the front compartment here. Looks pretty decent. I mean, the texture quality is awful, but, you know, I guess sort of to be expected, even though this is a 2016 DLC car, technically 2017 with drip feed, but you know what I mean. It's not that old of a car, I would say. Interior looks good there. Oh, that's weird. So it still keeps... So it does the blue stitching here, but it still keeps the orange on this little bit of center console area here, and the e-brake. Wow, that's very weird. So blue stitching on everything except for that little area there. That's weird. Okay. Rear compartment. Now this engine model was the same for like the Turismo R. They just kind of copied and pasted it in here. I kind of shoved that in there. And I think the engine model is a little too big for this car. Just looks very strange in there, at least to me. But yeah, the rest of the car, I think it's pretty cool. Let me know in the comments which one you guys prefer. The regular GTB or the GTB Custom, which has the crazy wide body and all that stuff. Honestly, for me, I'm sort of split. I kind of like them both equally, if I'm being honest. Because, I mean, they both look really, really good, and you can go kind of different routes with your builds. Although I think the GTB Custom is more of like a race car build when you're starting to customize that one. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Remember to let me know down below in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next that I haven't done yet. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.